Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your English class. Today, I'm bringing another exciting chapter for you. We will be starting a new chapter known as the torch. The aim of our lesson today is to be able to compare two similar stories. So, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to compare the torch and the golden goose. So, let's get started. So let's review the golden goose. The golden goose helps the woman and her family because they are very poor. She gives them a golden feather every day to help them. So this was the beginning of your story. In the second part, we had that the woman and her family's conditions improve. They become greedy and decide to pull out all the golden feathers of the goose at once. This was our middle. In the end, the golden feathers of the goose turn white and they realize the folly of being too greedy, or they realize their foolishness. The goose flies away, never to return. I hope you all remember the story which we have already learned in block 1. Let's begin reading the chapter, The Torch. Read from page 9 to 13. As you are reading, underline the setting, the characters, the beginning, and the middle of the lesson. Also underline any difficult words that you come across. Now let me ask you a few questions. Who do you think are the characters in the story The Torch? Yes, we know that the characters in the story The Torch are Dr. Ganesha, the woman, and her daughter. What do you think the setting could be, or where could the setting could be? The setting could be in a town or in a city. When we look at the pictures, we see many brick houses, so we can automatically guess that the setting of the story is in a town or a city. Now let's discuss about the beginning of the story. What happens in the beginning of the story? So as I told you already in the Golden Goose, the beginning of the story has the main characters and the setting. So over here, we already come to know that the beginning of the story is where Dr. Ganesha accidentally invents a torch that can turn things into gold. Next, he sees a woman crying and he gives her a golden apple. So this becomes the beginning of your story. Let's talk about the middle of our story. So over here, the middle of our story is the place where he gives her a doll and a ball. The woman slowly starts becoming greedy, just like the same old lady in the Golden Goose, and she tries to steal the torch. So in the Golden Goose, we see that she tries to pluck out the feathers, and over here in the torch, we see that the woman tries to steal the torch. Now I'm going to leave the ending blank. I want you to imagine what has happened in the story so far, and I want you to guess what could the ending be. The lady has now broken the torch. What could the ending be? I want you to think about it and to guess it. So we are coming to an end of our lesson, but before we go away, I want you to look at S1. Fill in the story maps with the details. So setting, you already know it. Characters, we have already discussed. At the beginning of the story, what are you going to write? In the middle of the story, what are you going to write? And question number 2 is, think about the ending of the Golden Goose and predict the end for the torch. So we know that in the end of the Golden Goose, the woman, she regrets her foolishness and the goose flies away. So according to you, now the lady has broken the torch. What would happen at the end of the story? I want you to write your own answer over here. Now, before we go, Your last homework for today is to find out the meanings of the words that you did not know. In the beginning, I told you to underline any words that you do not know. So I would like you to find out the meanings of these words. That's all for today. In case you have any doubts, you can always message me. Take care, have a good day, and bye-bye.